Greetings, guys. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of Zing's most amazing features, which is related to generative fill, which is subject and model focused. By the way of introduction, I'm Avnish Pandya, one of the co founders of ZYNG AI, which helps you basically edit bulk images, thousands in one go, for specific tasks. As we talk about the tasks, we usually come across an issue where we have one image, but we can't necessarily repurpose it for different dimensions or different aspect ratios, which means we cannot necessarily use the same consistent image across Amazon e-commerce sites, other e-commerce sites, across Instagram, or maybe even our own website. So, in order to kind of create a smooth layer of transitioning the same image into different aspect ratios, we have a specific function called subject driven GenFill. As soon as you get into it, you are going to see a bunch of fields that you need to fill in. The first one being width. As I said, we'll try to create three different types of images. So first one for the Amazon being 1600 by 1600. The margin is basically the distance from the core subject or the model that you would keep from top, bottom, right, and left. Let's say I'm only going to put the margin for the top and the bottom at 10% each, and I'm going to always select a center alignment. Uh, this can also change depending on the specific use case that you're looking at. And then I will go ahead and let's call this workflow Amazon GenFill test. Okay. The other options that we also have are related to exporting the image in a relevant format. Amazon usually takes a JPEG format. A DPI of, let's say, 72 is good enough. And we could also have a custom file size or let the AI decide its own optimized size. So let's stick to the optimized size here and go ahead and save the workflow. Amazon GenFill test is the workflow. Then I can quickly go into my dashboard, start editing, select the workflow, which would be the Amazon GenFill test. Now let's select three different types of images, uh, two with a model. Okay, let's do this one. Let's do this one with a product, two with two with products, and one with a model. Let's try this and hit process. So as this is a generative fill function, we'll have to wait for like a couple of seconds as you're seeing the images are being generated. We can quickly refresh this while our images quickly download here as well. So we had given three different images and we should have the results right here. Quickly hit download. I'm going to open these up, and here we are going to clearly see the dimension of the image as well. It is a square image. It has kept the product in the focus. We've kind of extended the range of the background as well. Now, in this image, it would make a lot more sense for me to give a left and right margin as well. So, what we can do is we can quickly go to start editing. We can select our workflow, which was the GenFill one, edit the workflow, and I would also give a left and right margin now of 10 each. When the product is wider, it would be necessary to kind of have margin on top, bottom, as well as left and right. So that kind of changes with the kind of product we are also working with. I'll quickly save this and let's go ahead and select this wide bottle again. Now here I am hoping to see that there is even margins generated on the side while the key product has not been altered at all. There, our result is here. I'm going to quickly open it up. Yeah. So this is what it has given us, where the product is still in focus, but we have a 10% margin on either side. And we still have the image in the dimensions that we had put in, 1600 by 1600 and 72 pixels each. Uh, Now what we're going to do is now we're going to try and create, in the meantime, I'm actually going to quickly get these images onto my Figma as well, so that we can easily review these as we go ahead. I'll also get this one in. Now, for the same images, let's try and create uh, a different aspect ratio, which would be relatively more vertical. So I'm going to quickly go back to Zing, go back to start editing. We already have the workflow here. What I can do now is change the aspect ratio. So I'm going to change the aspect ratio to, let's say, which is a more vertical one, the width being 1080 and the height being 1920. Let's keep the rest of the factors the same, save this workflow, and let's select the other images as well. One, two, and this was the third one. Hit process. Now I'm hoping to get a vertical image, as you saw with the dimensions I put in, and keep the product always as the focus. This is not just like random cropping or random generation. There's a lot of awareness of where the key product is. Our three results should be out. I'm going to quickly download them, open it up. You guys are going to be able to see the results right away. And this is what we've done. In this case, we have the product because it was a taller product. It was necessary for us to have margins on top and bottom as well. And we also have margin on left and right. Uh, Relative to taller size products, we could also be changing the margin space as we look at it. This is for the human model where we still have this sari and the model completely intact, while we can quickly check on the image dimensions to uh, for these. As I open it up, you'll be able to see the dimensions 1080 by 1920, and the DPI size also being at 72 pixels that we had put in. So this is the second option. I'm again going to quickly bring these images up in Figma. Uh, I'll also arrange these images as we kind of end this video towards the later part. Now, the last one that we have to do is related to a much wider aspect ratio. So let's do a 1920 by 1080 in this case. Let's keep the margin spaces as we have and the alignment the same, and process. So this time a wider image. So we'll have a square, we'll have a vertical rectangle, and we'll have a horizontal rectangle. And between these three, we are basically covering the whole realm of dimensions that would possibly be needed there. Quickly hit refresh, download, and bring it up for you guys to have a look. Here again, the product is in focus. We have a lot of width. The model is at the center. We have the plant. We have the background extended. There's space for text here, some text here as well. So if you're not happy with one generation, you can of course do multiple generations. As you see, this tool is specifically built for scale. So you could be trying many different alterations and selecting your best images there. Uh, so I'm going to quickly bring these three up in my Figma as well. and arrange this. Okay, we decided we're going to take these three, then one, two, and three, and the final three here. Quickly get rid of these and here. Now also let me quickly bring on our original images, which were in completely different dimensions as well. Image one, two, and three. Yeah, let's quickly increase the size of each of these a little bit so that we can view them well. So yes, this is what we've quickly been able to create, minus my poor Figma skills, as you guys can see. But from the original image, we have a proper square image as well, and we have a vertical image, and we have a horizontal image. The same goes for the model in place as well, where we are able to kind of generate the background, create a different vertical scene as well, and create a different horizontal scene. So this is like the Gen AI capability, and how quickly you can be, using these images up, in terms of its different applications in many different places. So I'll continue with a lot more examples. Thank you for watching the video. Have a good day.